Mama Peace was 17 when she was married off to a man twice her age. A stern man who believed a wife's worth was measured by how well she obeyed. He called it discipline. The neighbors called it family order. To her sons, it became law. Chuka and his siblings grew up watching their father back orders, raise his cane, and boast that real men command respect. They saw their mother cry behind closed doors. They learned that silence was safety and empathy was weakness. When the old man died, the world thought Mama Peace would finally breathe. But his voice lived on in her sons, except for her little girl.
Years later, when Chuka married Gloria, he was already a mirror of his father, proud, rigid, and emotionally distant. At first, Gloria mistook his silence for maturity, until she realized silence was just another weapon. After their wedding, Mama Peace never visited. When she finally came after their first child was born, her presence felt cautious, like someone stepping into an enemy's house. She gave Gloria a small envelope for the baby and left within an hour. Gloria's mother noticed. "You are your mother-in-law," she asked. "You don't have problems, do you?" "No, Mama," Gloria replied, though doubt lingered.
Months later, insecurity erupted in Mama Peace's neighborhood. Chuka's elder sister called, begging Gloria to house their mother while she traveled abroad. Gloria agreed instantly. Of course, she's family. Chuka's only response was a shrug. Do what you like. When Mama Peace arrived, she looked smaller than Gloria remembered, frail, anxious, holding a nylon bag like it carried her past. Gloria welcomed her warmly. "Mama, you're home. Please rest." But Mama didn't rest. She lingered in corners, moved quietly, and never joined family meals unless invited twice. When Gloria urged her to eat, she'd smile nervously and say, "This is not my house. I don't want trouble." It broke Gloria's heart, but Chuka only frowned when she brought it up. "Must you meddle in everything?" he snapped. "If she doesn't want to eat, leave her." One evening, Gloria made pepper soup, rich, spicy, filling the house with warmth. She served Mama Peace a bowl and went back to the kitchen to prepare Chuka's meal. From the doorway, she heard his voice, low, cold, familiar. "This pepper soup you're eating, I hope you don't think you can eat anything else tonight too. I'm not running a charity home here. Your daughter should come and carry away." The words struck like thunder in a still night. Gloria froze. The ladle slipped from her hand. That night, Mama Peace refused dinner. At 1 a.m., Gloria found her quietly eating biscuits with water in the dark. Their eyes met, and for a second, shame, fear, and hunger spoke louder than words.
The next morning, Gloria waited until Chuka left for work. Then she went to Mama Peace's room. "Mama," she said gently, "please tell me the truth. Why do you act like this? Why are you so afraid in your own son's house?" Mama Peace's lips quivered. She tried to hold it in, but her heart couldn't. "My daughter," she whispered, "your husband reminds me of his father." Her voice cracked. I was beaten, insulted, silenced. He told the boys to correct me with the cane if I disobeyed, and they did. They lent cruelty as if it was respect. Tears rolled down her face. I thought when he died, I would finally rest, but my sons, they carried his ghost inside them. Gloria held her trembling hands. "You don't deserve this, Mama. Not from him, not from anyone." Mama shook her head. "Please, don't tell Chuka. He will only hate me more." But Gloria couldn't unhear the truth. That day, something shifted inside her. She looked at her husband differently, not with anger, but with understanding. He was broken, but maybe, just maybe, he could be healed. Gloria decided to fight the darkness, not with shouting, but with love. Each morning, she made sure Mama P's breakfast was ready before dawn. She started taking the children to Mama's room for blessings every morning and compelled them to give her a hug before setting out. This brings warmth where fear had lived too long. She encouraged the children to tell Mama stories and show her drawings after school. At first, Mama hesitated, but soon laughter returned. Quiet, hesitant laughter that hadn't lived in her throat for years. When Chuka complained that the house felt too noisy, Gloria only smiled. "Noise means life, my love. You should join us." He rolled his eyes but didn't argue.
Weeks passed. Chuka began noticing changes. The way his children clung to their grandmother, how she smiled now, how Gloria hummed while cooking. One evening, he walked in to find Gloria and Mama Peace laughing over a bowl of puff-puff. "Mama," he said sharply, "don't you rest anymore?" Gloria looked up. "She's fine, Chuka. Sit down, eat with us." He wanted to retort, but the smell of fresh pastry softened him. Against his will, he sat. Mama hesitated before offering him a piece. "Try one," she said quietly. He took it, stiffly at first, then nodded. It's good." Mama smiled, tears in her eyes. That was the first kind word he'd spoken to her in years. That night, Gloria found Chuka sitting alone in the dark living room. She approached quietly. "What are you thinking about?" He didn't look up. "You've changed the house," he said softly. "Everything feels different." "Different bad or different good?" she teased. He sighed. "I don't know. Seeing her laugh like that today, it felt strange. Like I don't deserve it." Gloria sat beside him. "Maybe none of us do. But love doesn't wait for people to deserve it. It gives because it must." He looked at her then, really looked, and something softened in his gaze. The boy he used to be, the one who hadn't yet learned cruelty.
The next morning, Chuka stood in the kitchen watching his mother prepare breakfast. She froze when she saw him. "Mama," he said quietly, "let me help." She blinked in confusion. "You want to help?" He nodded awkwardly. "Gloria says your puff-puff recipe is magic. Teach me." Tears filled her eyes as she handed him the spoon. "You never entered my kitchen before," she whispered. "I know, Mama," he said, voice cracking. "I'm sorry, Mama." The apology hung in the air, raw, fragile, sacred. Mama Peace's hands trembled as she wiped her tears. "I forgive you, my son." For the first time, he hugged her, and this time, she didn't flinch. Days turned to weeks, and laughter filled the house again. Chuka began spending time with his mother, helping with chores, walking her to the small church nearby. Neighbors whispered, surprised to see them side by side. No one knew the miracle unfolding behind their gates. One evening, while they all sat outside, Chuka said to Mama, "Mama, when you move back, I'll visit every weekend. The children will miss you too much if I don't." Mama smiled, her eyes glistening. "As long as there's peace in this house, I can rest in peace anywhere." Gloria looked at them, mother and son, once bound by pain, now joined by grace, and felt tears warm her cheeks. Months later, Mama Peace returned to her daughter's home, but she visited often, not as a guest, but as family. Every Sunday, she came over to cook, play with the children, and pray with Chuka and Gloria. Sometimes, she'd tell Gloria stories from her youth, laughing easily now, her spirit finally free. Chuka had changed, not perfectly, but truly. He still stumbled, still carried remnants of his father's shadow, but love had taught him something his upbringing never did. Respect is born of empathy, not fear.
One night, as the children slept, Gloria sat by the window, the moon pouring light over her face. Chuka joined her, slipping an arm around her shoulder. "You saved me," he said quietly. She smiled. "No, love did. We just let it in." Down the hall, Mama Peace's gentle snore echoed, peaceful, content. The house that once echoed with silence now breathed with life. The curse had broken, not through confrontation, but through compassion. And in the stillness of that night, Gloria finally understood. Love doesn't erase pain, it rewrites it. It turns wounds into lessons, fear into understanding, and strangers into family again.